Alright, so this week in Ireland has been absolutely grand. What's the crack? Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Adam Redmond, and I'd really appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button. I'm also planning on filming a Q&A for the weekend, so you'll have an extra video this week, providing this video hits 1,500 likes in the first 24 hours. So if you have a question you want to ask me, if there's something you want to know, drop a comment down below and I'll try my very best to answer all of them in the Q&A. But in saying that, I may not get to answer all of them if there's a couple of hundred questions, but I'll try my best. Before we get started, I need to say, if you're enjoying these videos and you want to help me as a creator and you can afford to spare the price of a can of Coke each week, then do me a big favour and click the top link in the description. Or go to patreon.com/Adam Redmond. Either works and you'd be really helping me out. Something else I want to mention is I went on a podcast today with Thomas Arnold, which came out on Friday. Now if you want to listen, you have to go on to Spotify and you have to type in Damned If You Don't podcast. It's only about half an hour long and it's actually a decent podcast, so I would strongly recommend every single one of you going and listening to it. Right, so in last week's video I mentioned about doing Numpty of the Week, because last week I showed you a funny video I was sent on Instagram. So this week I got loads of clips on, and I want to say, do me a big favour, stop sending me videos of you smoking joints with your mates, and also stop sending me videos of like 15-year-olds getting their heads punched in by each other, because neither of them are things that I want to watch. Right, so I've picked 3 clips and I'm going to start you off with some chap that was doing a bit of pole dancing. I genuinely have fucking no idea what he was trying to do. Another one. What are you trying to do?
What are you going in? What? I got that video. Are you okay, Jimmy? You get on camera? Yeah.
Oh man, every time I watch that I just crack up laughing. So I'm going to stick a poll up in the corner. I'm not sure which side it's on, so it's up to you lot that are watching to pick the winner of the prestigious award of Numpty of the Week, and I will announce the winner in next week's video. And also, if you have any clips you want to send in, it's at Adam Redmond Insta, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. So you may or may not have seen this picture I was doing the rounds on Facebook the other day, and what it says under it is, for sake, going on the halls in their pajamas. When you think you've seen it all, then you see this type of stuff. Hopefully it's a one-way ticket. So the person that took the picture and posted it to Twitter had a problem with them going through the airport in their pajamas. 1, it might have been an early flight and they might have jumped straight out of bed and went. 2, they were probably late for the flight and they were probably in a hurry, didn't have a chance to get changed. 3, it's fucking none of your business what them people were going through the airport. Like, if anything, that is more suitable going through an airport than people in mini skirts and high heels. I just genuinely can't see the problem with people dressing for comfort. It doesn't make any sense to me. The person that took the picture, if you're watching this, you are an absolute dickhead. Irish Civil War grenade found near house in Clontarf in North Dublin. Not really much explaining needed in this, other than there was a grenade found down in Clontarf. It took an hour and a half for the army disposal unit to get rid of it. They came in, they self-detonated it, and then everything was grand, everything went back to normal. They left happy days. I've no idea how the grenade got there in the first place or why it was there, and am I going to find out? Probably not. Family in lucky escape as car goes up in flames on M3 motorway, urge drivers to check insurance cover. Honestly, all I'm going to say about it is f*** your insurance. What's more important is your safety. The family were driving from Kells to Dublin when Dad Stephen, 48, noticed smoke in his rear view mirror and pulled into the hard shoulder to investigate. Stephen saw that the bonnet was on fire and flames were engulfing the underside of the Kia Rio rapidly. So the outfit got out of the car and noticed that underneath the car was on fire, because you could see the flames from as soon as he got out of the car. So my big question is, was there nobody on the same road driving past or whatever that felt the need to give him a beep and a little warning that the car was on fire? Then again, some people just like to mind their own business. Anyway, Stephen, his missus, his 2 kids and the auntie were all safe in the end. They got out of the car, they ran up the motorway, and then the car went completely up in flames, as you can see from this picture here. And then their insurance wouldn't cover it, because their insurance only covered €150 of the inside of the car, when they claimed that they had a grand worth of property inside of the car because they were off on a weekend away or something like that. There you go, check your insurance, because the chances are your insurance isn't going to cover you if your car goes up in flames while you're driving it. Asthma Society of Ireland launched feature to help people map out where highest pollen levels are as warning issued. I'm going to hold my hand up here and say I blame my mother and my hay fever genes. She gave them to me and I suffer every single day with it. But if you have asthma and you have hay fever, it's apparently and supposedly a very big risk, and a lot of people can actually die from it. Now, I'm not an expert on it, I'm not going to try and give you me 2 cents on it, so all you have to do is just Google it, find the pollen tracker, because it's probably in your best of interests. They've also put up a list of tips to help combat the hay fever symptoms. Keep an eye on our daily pollen tracker. Get that self plug in. Keep windows shut in your bedroom at night. Yep, because you don't want mosquitoes pollen and Jehovah Witnesses crawling through your windows. Keep windows and doors closed when the pollen count is high. Easier said than done. Stay indoors as much as possible on high pollen days, which is probably every single day of the summer. Put Vaseline around your nostrils to trap pollen. Now I've heard of this loads of times, I've never actually tried it, but what I was thinking is the reason we get runny noses is that your nose blocks up and it stops pollen from actually getting into your nasal passage. I don't know, maybe it's the human body way of using Vaseline. Wear wraparound sunglasses to stop pollen getting into your eyes. Wraparound sunglasses basically means you have to wear swimming goggles. Minimise your contact with pets that have been outdoors and are likely to be carrying pollen. Buster, get out! Get out! Consider a purifier with a built-in air quality sensor to remove allergens and pollutants from the air. What? Honestly, if there was a charity I could donate it to help find a cure for hay fever, I would 100% raise as much money as I possibly could for it. If only hay fever could actually get hay fever, realise how much of a it is and just off. Top Scout Christy McCann tells of shock after Twitter account likes porn and declares it certainly wasn't me. Of course it wasn't, you dirty horny old bugger. Speaking to the Irish Sun last night, the chief scout of Scouting Ireland told how a colleague this week made him aware his account had given the thumbs up to several X-rated tweets. And red-faced McCann revealed the raunchy posts have been removed from his feed and reported to Twitter. He said, "Yeah, I was made aware of it. A colleague of mine contacted me yesterday to alert me to this. The reason that I'm finding this fairly funny is because this is the first time that I'm actually reading this story. I went into it to see what it was. Yeah, as if you didn't already know. I got a colleague to help through this because I wasn't that tech savvy. Yeah, obviously you weren't that tech savvy if you didn't know that when you like something on Twitter, it pops up on your feed. So apparently there seems to be some likes on the account that I wasn't aware of. So I was given the information on how to remove them. They were removed. I have since reported it to Twitter. Yes, because you probably reported it because you want your feed to be completely private." McCann clarified he did not personally like the pornographic material and hadn't viewed it until it was flagged with him. Go way over that, will you? And the leading scout believes his account, which he uses to promote Scouting Ireland and post pictures of him alongside the likes of Fine Gael's James Riley and ex-Taoiseach Brian Cowan, believes his account may have been hacked. Go way over that, your tail's just between your legs because you were caught looking at dirty old porn. He said, "I don't recognise them and I don't use the Twitter account. And certainly one of them looked very obvious. I went, oh my god, that wouldn't be a that wouldn't be at all appropriate." Oh my god. Literally caught by the bollocks. And then the article goes on to say the exact same thing happened over in America with a centre who actually tried to outlaw sex toys but was seen liking pornographic stuff on Twitter. Don't even know what to say about it. The story just seems funny. It just seems like an old man that was caught by the bollocks, threw his hands up and basically said, "Wasn't me," acted stupid, acted as if he didn't know anything about it when realistically he was watching dirty porn. Dublin Zoo announces birth of 3 sea lion pups and revealed they're doing extremely well. It's not brilliant news, and if you look at the picture there, it's an absolutely beautiful animal, and welcome to your new home where you're probably going to spend the rest of your life. Gardai arrests abusive drunk passenger off US bound flight after crew member allegedly assaulted. So the flight was going from Germany to America when a Polish passenger got a little bit rowdy, shouted abuse at all the other passengers and then physically assaulted one of the airline workers. The plane originally wanted to land in Dublin Airport but it was refused to land there because it was too heavy, so had to fly to Shannon land there. The fella got taken off the plane by the Gardai, got arrested, and it's a pretty weird spot for him to end up. Personally for me, flying is something I'm not a big fan of, because if you think, if you're in this little fucking tin can thousands of feet in the air relying on 2 engines, maybe 3 or 4, I don't know the fucking mechanics of an aeroplane, but just flying in general makes me pretty nervous and pretty anxious, and I'd imagine a lot of other people feel the same way on aeroplanes. So could you imagine what a slight bit of ruckus would cause on an aeroplane? I would imagine people would be terrified. And now sticking with aeroplanes, and another thing that scares me about them, United Airlines flight travelling from New York forced to divert to Dublin Airport after passengers suffer suspected heart attack. Between aeroplanes and being on a boat like miles out at sea and not being near fucking like immediate medical attention, it is fucking terrifying. Now there was no follow up at all from this, so we don't know whether the passenger actually survived or whether he died. I'm pretty sure he didn't die because it would have been said. Based on United Airlines' recent history, I'm surprised they even let the passenger off the plane to get medical attention. They probably thought about giving him a bit of a beating while they were at it. Irish woman chose to jump overboard from cruise ship in Italy, officials say. Initial reports of the incident claimed the woman had fallen from the ship. However, a spokesperson for MSC Cruises said the woman chose to jump off her own will before being rescued and receiving medical attention. In order to rescue the guest, a crew member from the ship jumped into the water to provide immediate assistance. Fair fucking play. Chances are you're not paid enough to do that. If she fell in, fair enough, but I don't see how you can fall in over a railings. If you jumped in on your own will, but then it's a pity you didn't break a couple of bones in your body for that chap actually having to risk his life to save your stupid arse. Wicklow Primary School plans to introduce gender neutral school uniform policy. The new policy basically means that boys can wear skirts in school and the girls can wear trousers. The only gender neutral school uniform policy that should actually be in place is the fact that there should be no uniform policy in the school. If you want to let school kids actually be themselves and be who they feel like they are, then let them wear their own clothes. Don't even have a uniform in the first place. Let them wear in whatever they choose to wear. It said the policy was introduced to ensure that children with identity issues feel comfortable and happy while at school. We all want our children to have a happy experience in school. If that means girls wearing trousers and boys wearing skirts, so be it. When I was in primary school, if I had the option to wear a skirt, I would have said yeah, and you know why? Because I would have been pulling my dangly bits out every fucking 15 minutes. If I had a skirt on at 9 years of age, I'd have been just like this every 5 minutes out in the yard. I'd have been pulling my arse out so easily. I would have worn no jocks. And am I a weirdo for saying that? Probably, but I know for a fact there's a lot of kids that have the same thinking. So at 18 years of age, you can drink alcohol, you can smoke, you can vote, you can get tattoos, but now at the age of 7, you can choose your gender. So since the story came out, it was pretty much just divided opinion. As I said, I don't really care what kids are wearing these days, but as I said, scrap uniforms in the first place and let each child be absolutely unique and let them show what they believe in and what they have an interest in on their bodies. 41 arrests made in Letterkenny, an extremely busy night for Gardai as Donegal rally continues. 21 of which related to public order offences, while 8 were drugs related and 4 for dangerous driving. Other offences included drink driving, assault on a Garda member and the sale and supply of drugs. There were 41 people in Garda custody between 5 PM yesterday evening and 7 AM this morning at Letterkenny Garda station. Sounds like a fairly busy night. I wonder what the record is for a number of arrests in the same town or same spot, same event in the space of one night. And now that's got me from today. Thanks very much for watching. As always, I appreciate your support. Feel free to leave a comment down below. As I said, I'm going to be filming a Q&A on the weekend, so feel free to ask me any question you want. Also, as I said, feel free to ask a question for anyone else that you want. If you want to ask Shannon a question, if you want to ask man that, I'll try and get them into the video. If you want to see that video, do me a massive favour and smash 1,500 likes on this video in the first 24 hours. Also, as I mentioned, I have a Patreon. Top link in the description at patreon.com/Adam Redmond if you would like to change my life and support me as a creator. And now that's got me from today. Thanks very much for watching. See you later. Goodbye.